And the good thing about these autoresponder messages is you can go in and totally customize them. You can have your opt-in form say, please give me your name, your email address, and tell me what is your favorite genre of music. So let's say if the person puts in his name, Johnny Smith, his email address, johnnysmith@AOL.com, and then he says, my favorite genre of music is acid rock. Now you can have your autoresponder message customized to go out and says, hey, Johnny, I see that, you signed up using your email address, johnnysmith@AOL.com. Great, because that's where I'll be sending a couple of messages to you in the next couple of days or weeks. By the way, I see that you love acid rock music. Cool, so do I. And then when people read these things, it's like, it's like they're getting a personalized message from you. They don't realize that it's going out to hundreds or thousands, or in my case, I have 100,000 people on my list that these messages are going out to. But because you're able to customize them and put in these key elements of things, it looks as if it's coming from you personally. And it is, because you have to go in and actually craft them. You're going in and writing them. But you're killing two birds with one stone. You're going out and reaching the masses, and you're building those relationships, okay? Mm-hmm. All right, now, another key reason why you want to have autoresponders is just like with the Fortune 500 companies, it takes at least 7 to 10 touches in order for people to notice you. And by touches, I mean it takes 7 to 10 contacts, points of contact for them to stand up and say, hey, I know this guy. Or, hey, I've seen that song title before. Or I noticed that band name or that company name. Why do you think it is that companies like Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they continue to market, they continue to run commercials, they continue to run television ads, newspaper ads, radio ads? They don't have to. McDonald's doesn't have to run another ad if they wanted to for the next 5 years. Little kids identify their logo. They see the golden arches. And you can have a 3-year-old. I don't care if he's 3, 4, 5. He sees those golden arches. He knows that that's McDonald's. But the reason why they do that is because it's continued marketing. They know that, they have to show you that Big Mac 7 to 10 times within a certain time period in order for you to say, you know what, man, I want a Big Mac. I got a craving for a Big Mac today. I think I'll go get one on lunch. And you should be doing the same thing. It works. I've been doing it for years. Greg has been doing it for years. We've been doing it for years for our clients. And we've made a ton of money doing it. Selling everything from music CDs to MP3s to videos to how-to materials. I mean, you name it. Greg is using the same formula to sell a house of his that's close to $500,000. Ooh. He's using the same exact formula. So this works. It works for a $5 CD. It works for a $500,000 home. All right? So don't ignore any of this stuff. All right? I want to talk about decision because a lot of this stuff may be new to you. It might be completely foreign to you, but if your goal is to succeed, you must make the immediate decision to learn, to understand it, and to apply it. Make that decision. If you look at some of the great leaders of our time, of history's time, one of the key things that they've had in common was the ability to make great decisions and not ponder over decisions. Right? Develop the ability to make decisions and to be quick thinking, to be a quick thinking decision maker. And once you make your decisions, have faith in the decisions you make. Don't lack confidence. There's that word again, confidence. All right, so last week I spoke about dedicating a minimum of at least 1 hour a day to working on you and your business and your career. Have you made the decision to do that? For those of you who listened in on the call last week, Have you said, I'm going to make the decision to start dedicating at least 1 hour a day to working on my career, to working on my business, to working on my music company, my music career? I spoke about making a daily to-do list. Have you made the firm decision to practice that on a regular basis?
Yes.
All right, this is the type of stuff that you want to start to implement. You implement it, you're going to see drastic results. All right, positive speaking. I spoke about positive speaking last week. And thinking positively. No matter what is going on, speak positiveness into your life. Plant the right seeds. Resist the temptation. One of my favorite artists, I listen to all forms of music, as everyone who knows me knows. One of my favorite artists is Tupac. I went from telling you guys that I love the Eagles at the beginning of this call, and that they're one of my favorite groups, to now telling you that I really appreciate the music of Tupac. Now there's a huge difference in those two artist abilities there. But one of his songs was Resist the Temptation. Right? Resist the temptation to have self-pity. Be careful of what you project out there. Right? Resist the temptation of saying, oh, my music is not good enough to be heard by the masses. It is good enough. You have to realize that. Dig down deep inside yourself and realize that you actually owe it to the universe to make sure that as many people as possible hear your music. And I'm not talking about, if you have a bunch of nonsense in your music, but if you have a good, wholesome message in your music, you owe it to the globe to get that message out to as many people as possible. If your music makes people feel good, I don't care what type of music it is. It could be hip-hop. It could be gospel music. It could be romantic music. It could be feel-good music, party music.